What's up, guys? This is Coolhand Hefe. Had to go out of town this weekend. Mrs. Fellhanded's birthday was this past weekend, and we were gone for 4 or 5 days. So anyway, we're back at it. So big news. I am going to be streaming with Spartan Elite 43, believe it or not, and DWP tonight at 9 p.m. Check out my Twitch below. That's where you will find us. And I am going to be doing a giveaway tonight as well. So make sure to watch the stream. And you can only win it on the stream. So keep that in mind. And also, guys, if you have any ideas for the questions I might ask, looking at you, Ushaya, for the actual prize, just let me know. Now, also, I should mention, it's going to be a code, not a tank. The tanks I'm going to do maybe once a month, but, you know, it's still a code, and it's still, like, pretty awesome. 7 days of premium, 500,000 silver, whatever. It's some things. Someone will post it below, I promise. Anyway, moving on. Guys, we are on Highway. Pulled this off the stream the other night, and we are in the Leo 1, a tank I don't normally play. Really good spotting assist on this tank. 410 base view range. We've got the coated optics, BIA, recon, situational. I mean, we bump it up so much. The only other thing I could really do to get it up there more is, of course, run the chocolate. Now, moving on, we are in a central location here, right under the bridge. We do, however, need to keep an eye on our 6, because things can get really dicey really quick if people decide to try to pull up on us, or even worse, try to come down the river in force. So you have to be aware of that. You have to keep your head on a swivel. We have someone taking a peek at us right here, and we're just kind of peeking over and firing. We don't really want to get super involved there. Well, we managed to kill him there with an auto lock, and that's fine. We did not want to commit too much to that, because we're very aware where the most likely spots that the shooters are going to post up, and we're just waiting on all the tank destroyers over there at their cap to just trundle over the hill here and start firing down on us. However, it hasn't happened yet, and if you'd like to see if it will, keep watching. So right here, we're going to just put a nice little auto lock shot into this gentleman right here. As long as you're not going super fast, the Leopard has that auto lock capability. It also has 268 average penetration with 390 average alpha, which can really make it happen. Now, granted, of course, it doesn't have the highest DPM of any tier 10 medium tank, but it does make it happen. And occasionally you're going to bounce some rounds if you are hold down. Their rounds are going to hit the mantlet, or they're going to hit the top of the tank very oddly. So, you can bounce some rounds. However, I would not necessarily count on it. But it is a very fun tank, and it has a needle of a gun here. This gentleman has his sights on us, and we're just going to kind of try to swing wide here. Now, guys, normally, if you're going to try to finesse somebody, you want to kind of get in closer, not further away like I was doing. And the reason you want to get closer is because the turret has to track that much faster. The further you are away, the turret doesn't have to track as fast. Granted, the reason I did that is because I knew somebody was approaching from his 12 o'clock, and the closer opponents typically get precedence. Granted, that is not always true. But, in generalities, yes, whoever is directly pushing you, not literally speaking, but whoever's pushing you, figuratively speaking, is the one that you tend to put the most fire on. A little lesson there in probability of tactics. Okay, so moving on. As you can see here, we're mopping up very nicely. Not a lot going on for the Reds here. The team is kind of collapsing. At this point, we've got them outnumbered nearly 2-1, and we're just out here making it happen. We're just trying to mop up the rest of the team, get any kind of damage we can. And the thing is, guys, is this is the point where if you're on the red team and you're in that heavy tank and you're in that doomed flank And we all know what the doomed flank is. You go to that flank, and in a heavy tank, especially a slow one, even an E5 that doesn't really have the horsepower to get up and go, or excuse me, the power to wait, things go south, things go pear-shaped, you're just kind of screwed. There's nothing you can do. And I just, every now and again I just feel for it. Anytime a flank completely collapses, I'm just like, well, that could have been me if I was running a heavy and I went down that flank. So, because people ask me all the time, they're like, well, why do you not like heavy tanks? That is the reason. The primary reason is because when you go down a flank, you are married to it. And this is why we see so many heavy tanks camping the base now. I mean, sure, it's wrong. It's not how you play the tank, but can you blame them? Because sure enough, if they go down that flank and there's, 4 of them, even if there's 5 or 6 and the whole team goes down that flank, it is a wrap. I don't care what kind of tank you're in. And that's kind of the conundrum that I find myself in regarding heavy tanks. So if somebody has some options to help me out, I will more than happily take them. So we had a fairly good game. We did a moderate amount of damage. We didn't break any records, and we did a little spotting. We got 35-ish, maybe a little more. Guys, hope you enjoy. Make sure to check out the stream tonight and win some prizes. See you guys next time.